Is that please blow? I don't know. Oh, but guys, sorry, I have to fix something. I've not actually fixed that. My God, but I'll just use this thing for starting up. But it's fine. Just a quick one. Oh my God. What a big. Okay, guys. It's UF again. We're ready. Okay, we just started up the live stream section just now, and then we're ready, fully ready, set, and ready to explore. Is it explore? Oh my God. Anyway, guys, we just started up the live stream section now, just like you can see, and then in just few seconds, just a minute. It's just a minute now, and then we're ready to run. Okay, guys. So, before we quickly dive into deploy, before we even start talking about anything, we're going to do more like welcoming our usual activity. We usually welcome people, and then we'll be like, "Oh, newcomer, been a new viewer, welcome to the session stream," and then stuff of that nature. So, guys, if you were to do that, okay, so we're going to do that now. Then, before we even dive into deeply, so to actually get that done, that's if you're a new viewer, if you're just seeing us very first time, we're awesomely welcoming you, and then we're telling you that your presence means a lot. Like, what I mean is that it's not taken for granted. So you're not going to, I don't just know, like, you're just going to cope with us. Okay, so that's for first time viewers, and then if you're currently here, and then maybe you have joined our section stream once or twice, like if you've ever before, that what I'm trying to say. And then once I so reminded that your presence alone, like, is not taken for granted. And then if you've been joining our session stream, like if you have been joining our session stream, that's more like people that has been supporting us, people that has been joining our session stream. Now we want to tell them that their presence also means a lot, and that's to tell them, we want to hype them. It's just more like it's not easy because of, in life you cannot just attain, or you cannot just get anywhere all by your strength. You actually need some people. Hello, I just got here. Are you serious? Oh my God, you are lucky. You're lucky. You're the first person to comment. Yeah. We just ended up the live session now, just a few minutes ago, and you just got here now. How you doing, bro? Oh, this is afternoon. Good afternoon, bro. Is it good afternoon? We're greeting you. Your presence means a lot. Thanks for joining the session stream, and then we're going to share cookies. I'm just kidding, bro. We don't have cookies. I did be we have. I would have given you cookies because you're the first person to comment. It feels cool having you, and your presence means a lot. So we just started up now, and then we are going to be talking. And then before that, I'm going to introduce myself. Maybe for the people seeing me for the very first time, it's possible that we may have first time viewers. So we're not going to confuse them or make them feel isolated. So we're going to introduce ourselves, tell them what we're doing and what we're going to be talking about today. So, guys, what to do that? We UF graphics, just like you're seeing, and then many people know already. We've been streaming. We're streamers. We're Nigerian streamers, precisely Nigerians, and then we're all talking. And then when we say we're talking, we are talking knowledge. When you see us popping up like this, we're just here to, we're not acting. We're just here to dish out knowledge. We're just here to communicate sense. We're just here to inform people, make them understand some certain things that actually that are not usually being taught in school, and then nobody's going to even talk about it. So it's only here that we can say it. Obviously, so our live stream section. So sorry, he said, bro, is it doing a whole lot of nothing? Oh my God, I don't get it. What do you mean? Sorry. He said, bro, is doing a whole lot of nothing. Are you being serious? Oh my God. Mohammed, how you doing, bro? How you doing? 67. We know this. We know you. We got you, bro. We got you. Your presence means a lot. So we're going to continue. I just said we started a few minutes ago, and I just introduced myself. I said, my name is UFGRAPHICS. Our name is UFGRAPHICS, and then anywhere you see our cap, this is our identity. Just know is UFGRAPHICS. Who is 86? Sorry, that's 89. You 89 years old. Why are you writing number? What's the numbers for? Anyways, that feels cool. Anyways, that's by the way. So for our first time viewers, because we have possible people that are going to be streaming this later and then they are going to be stuck wondering what this boy is talking about. So we are young people and then we sect for young people and then we talk to young people and then we communicate to young people. You know, when we say young people are sleeping mentally, yes, if somebody is sleeping physically, you wake the person by tapping the person. Now when we say young people are sleeping mentally, now we have to wake them with our vocals, we have to wake them with our talks, we have to wake them with our observations, like we have to wake them with our mouths. That's what I'm trying to say. And to do that is actually to tell them things that they are not usually, like they don't know. Because in actually solving any problem, you first of all know that such problem exists. Being aware, the awareness of a particular problem exists, that's more like half solved. You being aware gives you more chances of solving it. So we are here to actually inform young people, tell them many things about life. And then just like before, now we usually say that we were set for young people and then we teach life after school and stuff like that. And then we say, oh, when we're teaching life after school, that's to tell young people several things that they're going to be facing in real life that are not usually taught in school. Just like we taught them how to budget, how to make some critical decisions, how to structure their life, how to make out plans and set out goals to actually achieve their dreams, and then the possible abilities, or let's just say, because life is complex, competitive, and then very what's it called, rigid. So if you're not strong as a young person, if you're just entering into the real world, or if you're just there wishing, because you don't achieve dreams by wishing, yes, you achieve them by execution. So if you're just there dreaming and you're not executing, your dreams becomes just dreams. Your dreams becomes nightmare. So there is a lot that young people need to know. We have to inculcate knowledge to them, because they said when you know better, you're going to live better. So information is the right thing, not even struggling, not even, because I've seen intelligent people fail. Intelligent people can fail. So it's not all about being intelligent at first. The first at point, or let's just say the first look there, is information, and then trying to make them understand things, and then them understanding things are is going to keep them in a way, or more like it helps them in solving it. So guys, I don't to elaborate more on that, and then we have something precisely just on the thumbnail, today's emphasis and talks. So we're going to be talking about that. I've actually introduced myself, UF, and then we got to your present means a lot, guys. So that by the way, and then we're going to dive into deeply. Just like yesterday's stream section was very cool. We streamed yesterday afternoon. We streamed twice yesterday. We streamed in the afternoon and then we streamed in the night. And many people here, many people joined our live stream section. They were plenty. We were just talking yesterday night, and then we get to ask. Oh, many people asked us some questions, and then we will get to reply them. That's cool. So guys, today's session stream matter talks is just more like self-improvement. I guess it's on the thumbnail. You will have seen it before now. As I stated out early, that we are only here to unveil the hidden truths, or more like things that are not usually taught in school, to every young person. In fact, to every person. It's not limited to young people, even old people, because growth does not actually mean your size, because you can be growing one-sided and then you're indeficient mentally. So when we stream and then when we talk and then when we say, well, actually communicating sense, it does not have limits. It's for everybody. And then because the information is power, if you know better, you're going to live better. So it doesn't matter the age. What really matters is, because they said anything that you don't know is more than you. So having an idea, or actually knowing something, you're I know it's guys, oh my god, I don't want to dive into deeply for that, but it's fine. I said today's stream session is self-improvement, and then we're going to be elaborating on it deeply. And then before we even get started, we're going to get to know the subtopic self-improvement word by word, and then we will get to explain it literally. Then we will dive into deeply. We said today's talk is more like self-improvement, and then at first, when we even talk about self-improvement, what comes to our mind? Like, what do we start thinking? Self-improvement. If I'm correct, maybe literally, let me just say what self-improvement means. Or let's say self-improvement maybe is the ability of one, actually, or maybe trying to upgrade themselves, because in the matter of self development, it has to be consciously acquired, because you're not born with it. It's not inbuilt. You don't inherit it. You're going to consciously acquire it, because it pains most times. I was opportune to watch an interview, and then one old man was interviewed, and then questions was shown to the man. What's your biggest regret in life? The man was just saying something like, "Oh, I did not develop myself." Like, he was too busy doing other things and then failed to develop himself, and that turns more like a regret, because he was actually regretting it. The man was actually regretting the aspect of himself that he did not develop. So self development is very, very crucial, because if yourself is actually developed, I guess your life, because they said if you know better, you live better. You're not going to be doing more than the knowledge you have. You cannot do more than your knowledge. You cannot exceed more than your boundary. So if you're gonna strive, if you're gonna get anything, if you're gonna live big, your mentors, you're not going to be afraid to go out from the box, because people that goes out from the box are people that wins. Anyway, guys, I don't elaborate more on that. I should just be precise. And I said, self improvement, and I'm just bringing some talks. I said, as first, self improvement is ability. We're just seeing it from a layman's understanding, that self improvement, this can be seen as the ability of someone trying to improve or upgrade himself, or maybe any around, or let's just say things around. I don't just know. It just has to do with you and your upgrading, because oftentimes we even say growth is not stable, growth is not comfortable. And then if you're ever going to attain growth, if you ever want growth, that means you're going to be comfortable doing uncomfortable things, because growth is not always comfortable. Obviously, so no man can achieve anything on his or her comfort zone. Is not possible. So you're going to learn how to go out from your comfort zone, because the growth that you're seeking is out. The growth that you're seeking is out from your comfort zone that you're protecting. So you're going to learn how to be comfortable doing uncomfortable things if you're ever going to attain growth. Obviously, so that's it. And then to every young person out there, we tell you, Omo, life is broader than complex, and then if you want growth, you're not going to be afraid to move out from the box, because people that move out from the box are people that find solutions to the problem that they're looking for. Anyway, guys, that's cool. And then I said today's talk is self-development, self-improvement, and I'm just trying to explain the word self-improvement. And I stated that before now, that self-improvement can be seen, or a state of when any person is trying to upgrade themselves, or more like upgrading your activities, or more like it has to do with improvement. And when we say improvement, this is more like a greater height, or I don't just know. And then if we're combining the word self-improvement, the ability of someone just trying to get to a height that he or she have not been able to reach before. And then we say that it can be uncomfortable, because that's growth, and growth is not always comfortable, because you're trying to become who you have not become yet. You're trying to get where you have not actually gotten before. So it's going to shrink you. Like, you're going to dedicate, you're going to strive. Now when we even talk about striving, we're not telling you to kill yourself. Striving is just the ability to be determined to get something, or to strive. When somebody says strive, that's not telling you to struggle. No, it's just the ability to intentionally or effortlessly do some things that normally you wouldn't have done, because it's not going to be comfortable anyways. Okay, guys, that's self-improvement. And then we're going to be running. So introduction, what's it called, dangers of remaining the same. Mind you, today emphasis is on self-improvement, and then I just try explaining that literally, and I said is the ability to upgrade yourself, and then think as you're not going to be afraid to move out from the box, because if you're ever going to live differently, achieve unfamiliar results, on common results, you're going to learn to do uncommon things, extraordinary things, and then that's what accumulates. Is more like accumulation of it, because at some point it's going to be small. And then we usually tell people, don't underestimate smallness is not failure. Even people that started small, they said it's okay to start small, and then you can start small, then you grow. Do you get? So smallness is not actually bad. So I don't want to divert. I'm diverting already. The dangers of remaining the same. when we say dangers of remaining the same, mind you, we're talking about self-improvement. Now, the dangers of remaining the same, we have a lot of people, a lot of youth, a lot of young people, intelligent people, because in this matter, intelligent people can fail. I've seen intelligent people frustrated. It's all about intelligence. If you're the most wisest person on the earth, and then you don't know about principles, you don't know about laws that guide some things, you don't know about stops, you don't know about regulations, you're still going to be stuck. So regardless of your intelligence, you need to learn. Do you get? Regardless of your intelligence, you need to pay attention to works. Regardless of your intelligence, you're going to pay attention to rules and laws that guide or govern some things. Obviously, so intelligence is good, but information is better. I don't want to sound too serious, guys. Okay, I said what's it called, the dangers of remaining the same. Now, the dangers of remaining the same is more like when we have a lot of people wishing they want growth, they want success, but they are still having the same thoughts, the same mindset. Because if I'm correct, to actually shift this thing, it's going to first of all shift from you. You cannot change you unless you change you. That's to tell you that nobody has the ability to change you or even who you're becoming except you. So there's a saying that if you like your current situation, okay, there's a saying that if you want to know about your future, if you want to know about your future, yes, look at your present condition. Sorry, if you want to know about your past, look at your present condition. Then if you want to know about your future, look at your present action. In other words, that's trying to tell you that what you're doing is actually structuring you to something. Most times, unknowingly to you, most times unintentionally, you're becoming who you did not even intend to. So that's why we lay emphasis on know what you give your time to, because time is a life asset, and then everybody, what you do with your time really reflects your life. Because if I'm correct, time is life. Time is life in this, guys. Many people don't know, and then what you do with your time, it's actually shaping you to who you're becoming. Then even the future that I was saying is not far. That's the illusion that a lot of young people have. They will just feel that I'm young, so I have to enjoy myself, I have to flex, or the future is still far. Imagine if I get to see these people, I'll just look at them, I'll be like, bro, do you know what you're saying? Because if I'm correct, what you're doing now is determining tomorrow. If your tomorrow is going to, it's dependent on what you're doing today. So your daily activities, routine, what's it called, ambitions, it's helping you to who you're becoming. So if you're playing away today, how are you expecting your tomorrow going to be better? It doesn't happen like that. Life is not coincidence. Life is not happen. Okay, life doesn't happen by luck or chance. Life doesn't happen suddenly. It's your daily, what's it called, accumulation. Your activity is going to be accumulating. It's just like, I don't know, let me not give that illustration, but that's going to really divert me. But that's cool, guys. So I just did the introduction, the dangers of remaining the same. The dangers is more like you're still going to be there, because if actually you're going to shift or move anything or upgrade, because we're talking about self-improvement, and then if you're ever going to be improving in anything, you have to improve yourself. That's internally, yourself, your mind, your subconscious mind, everything is going to be improving first, then before you improve externally. So guys, be wiser. Okay, I have some things to point out. Understand who you are becoming, because you said self-improvement is a progressive one, and then you're trying to become who you have not yet become, and then it's not always comfortable, because that's a stage of transmission. Is it transmission or transfiguration? Like you're laying out some habits, you're laying off some ambitions, you're laying off some thoughts to upgrade or to migrate. Obviously, so it's a matter of transfiguration. Is a process of refining. So when we're talking about understanding who you're becoming, that's a question of knowing who you're becoming, because if actually our activities is shaping us to who we're becoming, so we're going to pay our very, very close attention to our activities. Yes. Now, if we said, if I want to be a professor, and then I know that I want to be a professor, what activity is going to actually grant me that? Sorry, let me restate. If I want to be a professor, and I really know that I want to be a professor, I'm going to sit. I'm not just going to dive into professorship or whatever. I'm going to sit and think, what activity is going to actually confine me, or let's just say, position me to that part. Maybe I'm going to start reading books. because professorship has to do with a lot of reading and a lot of teaching. Do you get? I'm just trying to tell you what your daily ability or your daily activities can do, because all this is not based on wishing. You don't become rich by only wishing it. Wealth is not inherited. So if it's that, everybody would have been successful. So you don't just get it by wishing, you get it by intentionally going for it. He said if you want anything, go for it. There is a step you have to take, like you have to move. So you don't stay on your comfort zone and things come to you. So you're not going to be afraid to move, because you're going to move even before you feel like moving. Because if you're just sitting back there and waiting when you feel like, you may wait all your lifetime, and then time wasted can't be recovered. Anyway, I don't want to sound too harsh. So I say understanding who you're becoming, that is the effort or the ability to actually understand your activities and then what is shaping you to. It's just like somebody, okay, now let me give you a practical example. It's just like somebody studying accounting. Accounting is a discipline. This is Nigeria, and then in my university, my school, we have so many people studying accounting. I'm just giving an illustration. Let's assume somebody is studying accounting, and if I'm correct, if you're studying accounting, if you're an intentional person, what you ought to do is just to think, because the world is evolving, life is changing, everything is changing, upgrading. Most works, AI itself is taking over. Most work, automated machines, many apps are taking it over. So if you're this student studying a course without actually knowing the necessary skills, because real life is all about practical aspects, so most times your knowledge is going to be limited. You will have to show proof, you have to show evidence, you have to show talent, you have to show results in order to stay relevant, because it's usually called job market. So if you're going to be distinguished from every other person, because many people have the same qualification with you, so how are you going to stay relevant? It's going to be very competitive. So, and then if you're going to be staying relevant, that's a call that you're going to be separate. And then being separate is your abilities, is more like your the extra advantage you have. Okay, it's just like, let me use myself for example. I'm UFGRAPHICS. I'm a graphic designer. That's why my name is UFGRAPHICS. I'm a student, and then I'm a graphic designer, and then okay, I have many skills. I don't exaggerate. I'm a student. I do design. I'm just trying to give you what's it called? What extra advantage means for young people. I'm a student and I'm a graphic designer. I make designs for people, and I'm paid. I'm still schooling, I'm still a student, and then I'm making design. Now is my skill. I intentionally learn how to design. I'm just trying to tell you how to be we're talking about self-improvement, and then we'll say, well, cannot improve yourself if you don't actually understand or feel there is need for you to improve yourself. And then you don't improve by comfort, because comfort is good, is a state of relaxation, is a state of comfortability. And then if you're ever going to achieve anything, you're going to learn to move out from your comfort zone. That's just the emphasis, and many people are afraid to do that, and there's no way you can attain to anything without striving, because that's the core. Because if it's not by striving, it should be easy, and if it's easy, that means is common. And then if you're ever going to get uncommon result, that means more like an extraordinary things you're going to learn to do, extraordinary works. So it goes hand to hand. If you want extraordinary results, extraordinary work, extraordinary result equal to extraordinary work. So this is just how it works. So you're not going to be afraid to move out from the box, because moving out from the box is the only alternative. That's the only way out. That's the only way, always called pathway to trade. Because if you're there just thinking about winning, there's no way you can even win without failing. And it's very, very uncomfortable to say that. Many people are just afraid. They are afraid to fail, and there's no way you can be afraid to fail. Moreover, failure teaches. Failure is a teacher. There is a saying that failure is the best experience, because it communicates what words cannot communicate. Now, if I failed in something, there is this experience that I'm going to be observing, or let's just say I'm going to actually learn from my failure. That's a good side. Failure is more like a negative occurrence, and then we should always learn to differentiate ourselves from failure. For the fact that you fail doesn't mean that you're a failure. That's what people are always upgrading, or more like rating failure more than it looks like, which is wrong. You don't rate failure more than it looks like. It's just like, I'm a student, maybe peradventure I failed a course and then I'm going to take it up to myself that I'm a failure. It's not making sense. No, that is rating failure more than it looks. So you're just going to simply learn to identify, what's it called, differentiate yourself from, sorry, that's identify or differentiate yourself from the identity. I am my identity. My name is UFGRAPHICS. I'm not a failure. What happened was an occurrence. It's just a failure. Just see it as it's just a failure. Maybe if you try harder, you will still get a better result. So don't just take it up to yourself that I cannot do it. I'm a failure. I'm born to fail. Life is hard. Why me? It's girls that usually say that. Why me? Why me? Why me? I'm just looking at the life is unfair, and then it treats everybody equally. So life is not going to even pity you because you have fine face. So you're just going to learn to strive, learn to navigate. It's a call to strong. It's a call to tell young people to be strong, because at some point you're going to be facing difficulties, criticism, pressures from family, from friends, from your family. I mean, it's not even going to be easy. Adulthood, or let us, is it adulthood, or what's it called? Yes, adulthood, for the fact that you're growing, that's adulthood, and then it's very, very expensive. So you're just going to be intentional. There's no time to take time. That illusion that people feel, or young people still say that I have time, is wrong. Because when you feel that you have time, that gives you the impression of wasting time. And then when you keep wasting time, you're not going to know when you're going to turn to 30. Are you going to turn to 40? You're going to turn to 50. Oh my God, you're a grand person. I mean, you're old. You have turned to an old person. So earlier the better. And then when you start making plans early, when you don't make plans, that means you plan to fail. Just like when you don't plan to win, you plan to fail. So you're going to learn to plan to win, and then you're going to be navigating. So guys, I diverted, but I'm coming back on track. Stop blaming life before everything. Stop blaming life for everything. Oftentimes when we fail, we'll be like, it's life that caused it. Most times if you fail, we'll be like, it's bad government. Most times if you fail, we'll be like, it's the bad economy. Oftentimes it's possible, but if you are actually going to attain growth, you're always and consistently going to learn to take up responsibilities. Because most times you may not have the power to control everything around you, but you have the power to control who you are becoming. And moreover, you are not going to be successful because life is easy. You're going to be successful because you give yourself to the effort. So that more like you give yourself to the work. Because they said your daily activity is silently determining your future. Now, me succeeding is not because life is fair. It is not because life wishes me to succeed. It's because my activity is going to make me successful. Life is very, very easy as that. Understand it from that perspective and view. If I want to get anything, I can get it. That's why they say if you have a dream, go get it regardless. Most times people may not believe in you. Most times people will think that you're talking trash. Most times people will just be looking at you that you don't have sense. But you know you. Nobody knows you more than you. Nobody can play your part more than you. So that's just what I believe in myself at an early age. I know that nobody can play my part more than me. Nobody knows me more than me. So when people are saying things, I actually learn. I will just learn. I'll pay attention, and then I will do things that fit me. So guys, sorry, I actually diverted, but I'm coming back on track. Okay, I said stop blaming life before for everything. We said most times people complain that the government is bad, economy is bad, family is poor, no resources. Most of the times it's good, but growth is not based on complaining. The little that you can do, you're going to learn to do it. They say growth starts when you start taking up responsibilities. You cannot assume that you're an adult and then you're not taking responsibilities. No, you're going to learn to take responsibility of your success, responsibilities of your failure, responsibility of anything that happens around you, because you're a full-grown person. You're owner of yourself, and then you're going to be taking up responsibilities of anything that goes wrong and right around you. So the first stage of growth is taking up responsibilities, and then you're not going to be afraid to do that. Anyway guys, I have some things to point out. Improve your mind before improving your life. Mindset is everything. Mindset is where earth-shaking ideas are born. And then if you're going to get any height, anything in life, anything in fact, it's based on your mindset. If your mindset permits it, you get it. And then if your mindset doesn't permit it, you're not getting it. So that's the cause to tell us that whatever we think, whatever we let into our mind, whatever we assume, whatever we consume, whatever we actually permit to our mindset, to our minds, it's automatically affecting our life. Because once anything affects your mind, it can affect your life, because our mind is our life. Once anything affects your mind, it's going to be affecting your life. If I'm just sitting here, just I'm sitting and everybody's saying, bro, you're stupid, bro, you're stupid, I can decide not to take it from my I can decide not to believe it. And then for the fact that I did not believe it, I'm not mad. When everybody's saying I'm mad, I did not believe it. I did not believe that I'm mad. It's not going to be affecting me. So this is also what mindset looks like, and then this is what perspective looks like. And then we said people see things from different view, different perspective, and then different understanding. So you're not going to try to kill yourself so convince somebody to believe what you believe. It's a few words. You can believe anything. So there's no way you can convince somebody to believe what you're believing or what you're seeing. You can be standing here and then you're seeing something else. So another person can still be standing here and then see something else, the same circumstances, the same everything, but different seeing. This is just perspective and viewing. So we're saying, what's it called? Improve your mind before improving your life. So your mind is the centerpiece, and then if you're striving, if you're attending to anything, it's from your mindset. If your mindset permits it, you are getting it. If it doesn't, you're not getting it. So mindset is the centerpiece, and then it's where the earth shaking ideas are born. It's where your life is determined. It's where your ideas is giving birth to. It's where everything is assessed and processed. It determines how you affect, how you go about things in life. It determines how you take up responsibilities. It determines how you even take up things. It determines how you associate. It affects your relationship, your circle, your ambitions, your decisions, your disciplines, mindset. So it should be properly guided, and then wherever you let your mind should be properly scanned, because when you let errors, your mind is going to affect your life, bro. Anyway, guys, we still have something to pop. We still have something to talk about here. Upgrade your habits. Upgrade your habits. Mind you, today's emphasis is self-improvement, and then we'll be saying a lot already in the aspect of upgrading, and moreover, self-improvement is a state when someone is trying to migrate or more like improve. And then we said it's always uncomfortable because you're trying to become who you have not become. That's what's it called? You're trying to migrate. That's transition, or more like recreation. So it's always crawling, or let's just say it's going to be rough, because you're trying to squeeze out yourself. You're trying to mount up, and it's not always comfortable. So you're going to learn to be comfortable in doing uncomfortable things if you want growth. So that's just how it was, bro. So I said, upgrade your habit. Habit is everything. What I'm doing daily is determining my tomorrow. So if my today is effective, my tomorrow is going to also be effective. If I want to know my future, I'm going to look at my present action, because what I'm currently doing gives birth to tomorrow. So if my today is not fruitful, if my today is not productive, if my today is not making sense, tomorrow is not going to be making sense. Life doesn't happen by accident. Life happens accordingly what you give it to. Now, this says young people are the futures of tomorrow. I laugh. I'm not ignoring the fact. I so much believe that, because young people are the futures of tomorrow. But it's very, very painful that many young people are not even planning for tomorrow. And in order to navigate tomorrow, you need to make a proper planning, more like succession planning, because that's a long-term planning. You will see many young people, they are just living for the moment, partying, living for the moment, not even thinking how tomorrow is going to be, not even feel. They don't even have any sense of reasoning. Oh my god, I'll get to see them, I'll be like, oh my god, they should start listening to my streams, because what I'm actually talking about here is going to be affecting their way of seeing things. It's going to really change their mindset and how they see things. Obviously, so when young people are misbehaving, when they are playing around, that's to tell us that our future is at risk. That's to tell you that we are definitely going to still have unstable what's it called, structure in the aspect of economy or government and everything, because young people, the futures of tomorrow, if they are not well rooted, if they are not well planned, if they don't make plans, if they are not even intentional, if they are not well infused with the necessary knowledge they need, because if I'm correct, life is all about principles, law, or regulations and everything. So you don't just play away life. Life is moving, everything is moving. Even when you're sleeping, life time is going. So there's no way time is our friend. So everything, nature is doing its part, and many of us are not doing our part. We're just there thinking, overthinking, thinking, and then thinking never gets us anywhere. Okay guys, I still have things to point out. I said become uncomfortable. You need to become uncomfortable, bro. Everybody here become uncomfortable, because growth is not comfortable. And moreover, everybody now wants growth. When we want success, that's a core that we need to grow, because you cannot get success at that your current position, because as most times the success was seeking for, the validation was seeking for, the upgrading was seeking for, is also seeking for our, what's it called, our faction. You know, they said the life you're looking for, maybe it requires a version of you which you have not yet entered. We can change our versions. They said upgrade your version. Now, upgrading your version is more like becoming better, trying to live your current, because this life is all about upgrading and then growing, growth. So we wish for many good things, and then many of us are not even ready to pay the price. In life, there is two prices to pay. You need to pay the price to get the price you deserve. The first price is PRICE, the struggling, the sleepless night, the hustle, the efforts that it takes to get something done. And moreover, the second prize is the PRIZE, more like the trophy, the excellence, the award, the applause, more like the crown. That's the second prize. So you're going to learn to pay the price to get the prize you deserve. We want success, we want wealth, we want everything, but few of us are just ready to consider the cost, because life is all about paying prices, and then nothing comes for nothing. If you want an extraordinary result, you're going to learn to do an extraordinary things. It's very, very factual, stated, logic, natural, literally. So that's just more like life principles, and then if you're able go if you're determined to take it, just like it's funny to say many of us knows what it takes to be successful, but many of us are not willing to give ourselves to it. That's just true. If I said reading books is going to make me pass, and then many people, they know that if they read they are going to be passing, but they are just going to neglect, and they are not going to be reading, and they are still going to be failed. They are going to fail. And remember, they want to pass, they want to succeed, but they are not just going to give themselves. I mean, so is the inability to subdue, or let's just say to give ourselves to the yielding, to the scrubbing, or let's just say to the, I don't just know, to what it takes to get there. That's the most difficult thing that many people do have. We want that, we know that working hard, or let's just say doing an extraordinary thing, is going to get us to the top or gives us more extraordinary results. And many of us are just there, are weak, we're just sleeping, we're not just going to have the zeal or the ability to still do the extraordinary things. This is just how life is, and then it's just it. So if you want extraordinary results, you're going to learn to do an extraordinary thing. I remember they said work hard, let your results make the noise. So you're just going to learn to, because in self-improvement you're not going to be motivated to act, you're just going to take it up to yourself. That's discipline. But motivation is just like a vehicle, just like a word, it passes to your mind, and then it pushes you. At some point it gets stopped. Now whenever you're not longer hearing that word, you're not going to be moving. And then if our life is always based on motivation, we're not going to attain anything, because motivation, it pushes you, it stops. And then moreover, discipline, it's what keeps you going, even when nobody is there to applaud, when nobody is there to praise you, when nobody is there to ginger your spirit, you're just going to keep moving. That's the courage, and then that's what it takes to get anything done. And moreover, you're going to learn to be private, develop yourself in private, then your success is what's going to make the noise. Anyway guys, we're running, we still have things to talk about. We can still have more like three things. Become uncomfortable. Saying everybody become uncomfortable, growth is not comfortable. So you're going to learn to be uncomfortable in doing uncomfortable things, like That's the stage of striving. You're not just going to be afraid of moving. Just like what I heard a few days ago, a student was asked to what's it called, connect some numbers together in a box, something like that. And then it was, I guess it was drawn on a paper stuff, and then the only way to do that was to move outside from the box and then to connect it. So everybody, you're not going to learn, you're not going to be afraid to move out from the box, because moving out from the box is the only alternative it takes, or let's just say more like what it is. Okay, stop waiting for motivation. I think I said something like that. So you're not just going to wait when people pushes you, then before you get started. And moreover, you're going to learn to do things before you even feel like doing it. Yeah. You need love. How you doing, bro? Hey, what's up? It feels cool seeing you in our session stream today. How you doing? Your face looks familiar. Is it familiar or whatever? I don't know. But oh my gosh, what country are you from? You need love. How you doing? Response to us. How you doing, bro? Oh, how you doing? We'll be streaming for 40 minutes already, and then we'll be talking, and then our eyes is going inside. Yeah, my eyes is going inside. Oh my gosh. I'm very soon we're going to be offing what we call backing off. We have less than 5 minutes to back off the stream. And then you're just joining. How you doing? You need love, or it's useful having you here, and then oh my god, I'm just kidding. Anyways, we'll be saying a lot already. We're talking about self-improvement. That's our talks today, and then we are always set for you young people, and then we will not end in nothing than to improve the young people. I said stop waiting for motivation. Oh, you're not going to always wait to be pushed before you get anything done. You're just going to start to strive, get things done. And then we have few things again. Build the future version of yourself. So life is all about building, and then when we talk about building, your building, everything is going to exist twice. First, it's going to exist and as an idea in your mind. So you're not just going to undermine or underestimate the smallness of anything, because that's where it gets started. Like, there is smallness to everything, and then you're not going to be afraid to start small. They said you can start small and then you grow. Starting small, there is smallness to everything. Take a look at it from this view. Even before businesses are being structured, it existed as an idea in the entrepreneur's mind. Before buildings are laid, before foundations, before buildings, empires are built, it existed as an idea in the architecture's mind. So smallness is not actually bad. There is smallness to everything. Every big thing started small. So when we talk about starting, you're not just going to sit there and wait. It is said, if opportunity does not knock, you create a door. If there's not perfect time around you, take the time you may have, make it perfect. Just cause things to happen. You're not just, life doesn't happen by accidents. It doesn't happen by coincidence. You are going to cause it to happen, and then you're going to learn how to move the first step. Even they said the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So you're not just going to sit down there because it's a journey of 1,000 miles and then you want to start with 100 steps. You're going to learn to start with one step, and then it's actually small. That's why I said you're not going to undermine smallness. Smallness is not bad. There is smallness to everything. Big people, influencers, businesses, most of them started very little and then they get to grow. Life is progressive, and then if you're building anything, you're not going to rush it. You cannot beat process. So process is going to take its time, and then you're going to take your time. So you better enjoy the process. They said if you cannot they said if you cannot fly, you run. If you cannot run, you walk. When you cannot walk, you crawl. But by all means, keep going. So life is a progressive one, and then how you're moving doesn't matter. The main thing is just that you are moving. So many people may be flying, many people may be running, many people may be walking, and then you may be crawling. Don't feel bad. There is still movement. You're still going. So it's a call to tell every young person, no matter how little you're moving, just keep moving. It's counting. These are small actions, and when it's accumulated together, you're going to be amazed to see the result. Just like small efforts, bit by bit, you're doing it, and then it's accumulating. and time comes when you're going to look back and then you're going to be like, oh my god, I really create, or let's just say I really achieved a lot. So this is just how life is. And then don't sit there and wait when everything feels okay before you get started, because most times you may not get started. Obviously, so you're going to learn to get started before you even feel like starting. You're going to learn to get doing things before you ever motivate someone, or let's just say before you ever motivated to. So you're going to learn to get started, get pushing, get doing things before life feels like doing it. So you're not just going to be afraid to start small. So smallness, we're encouraging every young person here, and then you can start anywhere. Stack small, stack small. It's not bad to start small. You can get to grow. Anyway, guys, I've said a lot already, and then I guess my stream session have elapsed. Yes. We're going to stream in the night, and then tonight is going to be interactive one, more like by 11. If you check us on YouTube, maybe you can subscribe to our channel so that you're going to be notified if we start up the session stream tonight by 11. You're going to be notified, and then you're going to stream with us. Anyway, guys, tonight is going to be cool, very, very splendid and amazing. So you're not going to miss that. So guys, we just exhausted today's session stream, and then it's a little break again. UF graphics. We're humble. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't even laugh too much today. Here we always laugh. We laugh a lot. I laugh a lot, and then I'm not scared to laugh. I don't just know, this is just my nature. I cannot change it. So we laugh here a lot, and then if you're just seeing us for the very first time, just know that your presence means a lot, and then we really regard every single person's presence. It's very, very amazing, and then we always feel cool popping up and then talking to young people and then addressing something. Anyway, guys, much love to every single person that joined today and then streamed with us today, chatted with us, subscribe to our channel. UF regards you, and then we're going to get you a cookies. Yes, we're going to get you a cookies. Join today's session stream and then remind us for your cookies. We'll get you a cookies. Anyway, guys, that feels cool. We have visited today's session stream, and then the session stream is going to be let public later, and then many people are going to be streaming that. Many of our audience are not currently here. I can feel that. So I'm just taking the message. Many of them are not here, and then many of them did not stream with us today. Maybe because of time, and then maybe because of unforeseen circumstances, and then maybe because of many of them are not currently online, and maybe something's caused it. We actually we understand. So they are going to be streaming this later, a few hours from now. The stream is going to be let public, and then people are going to get to stream. Okay, guys. So at this juncture, we're backing off. Oh gosh, what's shaking me? Anyway, guys, we are done. Session stream elapsed. Much love. Got you. We're going to get to see you tomorrow. Not today. If time permits, we're going to stream in the evening tonight and 11. Be informed. Okay, guys, we're backing off. We have 2 minutes, and then if you want to collaborate with us, our number is in our description, and then you can join any of our Instagram social media handles: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. UFGRAPHICS. Maybe just check out any of our social media handles, and then you can get to interact with us. You can get to communicate with us. Any which one, we got you, bro. We got every single person. Okay, our time is ticking very fast. We have less than 2 minutes to end the stream, and then we just finished talking. We're just here. Very soon we're backing off. So, and then we're going to be streaming to evening, like in the evening time. That's by 11. And I don't know. I'm currently in Nigeria, and I don't know your country. I don't know the time then, but by 11 is more like 5 hours from now. It kind of, and then it's going to be amazing, guys. You are not going to miss that. Don't plan to miss it. Oh my gosh. It's UF. And then we're going to be backing off. We have less than 1 minute. Our time is ticking. We're done teaching today. We are done. Many of our audience are not here. It's paining me, but they are going to be joining tonight. And then many of our students as well. Our time is remaining 30 seconds to back off. 30 seconds to back off. That's true. 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds to back off. Oh my gosh, guy. What's that notification for? Oh my gosh. Okay, our time is up. Love you guys. We're going to see tomorrow. I'm over tonight, if time permits. If we don't have headache, we're going to stream in the night by 11. We're going to see you. So guys, we're backing off now, and then much love to every single person that subscribed, that viewed us, that commented. You have, because your presence is not taken for granted. We love you guys out there. We're going to see you guys tomorrow evening. Today evening. What's happening to my mind? Today evening by 11. Got you. Oh my gosh. I don't want to shout. Okay, guys, we're backing up now. Thanks very much. And then much love. Ending the stream.